Hey there, fantasy degenerates. Welcome to week 6. We had a couple big matchups on Sunday, a couple big names, got some losses, a couple bottom feeders, got some wins. This week, what we're going to do is we're going to preview this Sunday's matchups, kind of give our predictions and any information about the game that we think you need to hear. All right, well.
And we do have a special guest this week, Strack's arch nemesis, Mr. Kyle Bauman.
Team Mary Claire.
Thank you. Well, first we'll start with our new sponsor this week, Milk-Bone. Wholesome goodness and 5 tasty flavors. And we also would like to...
Tastes like shit, though.
You're not supposed to eat them.
Well, fuck it.
We also like to introduce our 4th guest of the week. And here he is, Mr. Oscar himself. Oscar Strack in the house. Welcome, buddy.
He's a good dog.
All right.
All right, let's jump right in, Robbie. Our first game of the week is going to be Mark versus Kevin. What do you think about that?
Mark versus Kevin. Cam Newton had a rough week last week. Both these teams are 3-2. I think Cam Newton gets a bounce back week, and Kevin picks up the victory by a good 15-20.
Tom?
Well, all I got to say is I think in this one, I think Crony takes it. Like shitting corn at your pee hole. Robbie?
Well,
Wait,
Don't say this.
I like Kevin because he does have Lynch this week, and I think he'll destroy Tennessee. Other than that, Mark does have a little skinny dog in Pryor trying to lead a team. Just not going to happen. Kevin takes the victory.
Okay, on to matchup number 2. Was that an all-skate Kevin wins?
I believe so.
I think it is an all-star.
All right, well, good for Kevin. Hopefully Mark fuels the fire. Now, next game, we have Brent Berry versus Matt Brandenburg. Kyle?
Well, I'll start off with Matthew, Team Bukaki. Took it to you last week, buddy. But I'm going to have to say this week, I think you eat the cookie, buddy. Gentlemen?
I do like Brent this week, and the reason why is Brent and Turb are on their honeymoon. Turb is dressed in leather. However, she did forget her gag ball. So they are having a good time, and I like Brent just because, A, he's not going to have to wear the gag ball, and Turb's in leather for him this week.
You know, that's very, very considerate of Turb to let us borrow her gag ball for the week. I mean, usually that's a private thing, keep to yourself, but it's very considerate.
Pretty obvious Oscar likes it.
That's true. On to the prediction here. Matt is out Julio Jones for the rest of the season. That's kind of a big hit on the team. And, you know, Brent's trying to salvage his team. Julio is out but the substituted,
Man, I started like a motherfucker right there.
Alshon Jeffrey is picked up by Matt, giving him some good points in place of Julio. Brent, you're 1-4. You're 1-5 after this week. Sorry, buddy. Let's go to the next game.
We have me versus Kyle.
Yeah.
Kyle, go ahead and tell me what you think about that.
It's easy, Waylon. Like Oscar, with a huge penis and no balls. I take it to you, buddy. Robbie? Not Waylon.
All right. On to Waylon and Kyle. You know, you picked yourself.
Oh, why
Ballsy.
wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I?
I like the confidence. But, you know, I think where Waylon is going to struggle this week is Peyton is going against the Jags. They're going to get up early, and they won't have to pass as much. I think it'll be a low game for Peyton. Maybe a season low, maybe in that 15 to 20 range. But still good points from the quarterback position. As for Kyle, Peyton not throwing a lot hurts Demarius. Then you have Chris Johnson going against the Seahawks, which their defense is extra tough. It's going to be close this week, but I think Waylon gets the win.
Why not? One more fucking loss.
I think me this week. Well, actually, you know what? I'll switch it up. I take you this week, Kyle. I think Tom Brady and Breeze will get into a shootout, and I do think that will put more points up than projected for Brady, which will put you over the edge. I think it's going to be an Ebro dog kind of match, and I'm going to take Kyle with the Breeze Brady shootout.
Thank you, Waylon.
All right, that takes us to the next game, being Todd Sauter versus Mr. John Leck. Kyle, let's hear your thoughts.
Okay. Gonna have to say John Leck never looks at his lineup with a magnifying glass. Therefore, Sauter will win.
You know what? I also like Sauter too, because Sauter has Romo, and Romo's like a little wiener dog sitting on Jerry Jones' lap, getting stroked off every day. I like Todd.
John, set your lineup. There's an app for that. It takes 30 seconds. You pay good money to do this. Don't give people free wins. Speaking of wins, Todd gets the win. It's his first week with his three-headed monster at running back, and I think he rolls.
Our next matchup is Nick versus Kerry. Kyle, on to you again.
It's easy, Nick. Nobody set your lineup better than Patrick. You win, buddy.
Well, and you know what? I'm gonna take Kerry on this one, just because Robbie does have a man crush on Dez Bryant, and I think that I'm also having a little man crush on Dez Bryant as well. I think that with Romo getting hot lately, he's going to help you put up big points for that. So that's the reason why I like it this week, Kerry.
All right, this one's kind of hard. I like Nick for the win if Ray Rice stays on Kerry's bench. If she puts Ray Rice in the ball game, she rolls on Nick by about 10 or so. It'll be a very, very good matchup this week.
I agree with that. It'll be below 100 though. And we move on to our game of the week, which is the one reason why we have our guest appearance from Oscar, the hung mule. And I mean, what do you think, Kyle? Strike versus Robbie. Who do you like this
Game
week?
of the week, Kyle.
You know, I get a little excited about this. I think Strack chokes on the Oscar Mayer winner. I think Robbie brings it home. What do you think, gentlemen?
I like, you know what? I like Strack this week because the Redskins need a win, just like Strack needs a new chair to beat off in. So I
That
like.
fucking chair's nasty, by the way.
Yeah. I like the Redskins and Strack this week.
I don't know what our deal is. This is like the second or third game of the week for Strack, and apparently his team's popular to be in the marquee matchup. Strack may have lost a dog this week, but I pick him to win this weekend. I'm doing the reverse jinx. Hopefully it works out in my favor, but it's going to be a good one, fellas.
And with that being said, I think it's time to have fun with Oscar this week.
All right.
You suck this, you bad dog. You bad dog. Come
We'll
get
see
some,
you in
Strack.
week 6.
Come